On November 2nd, 1957, Mao Zedong led the Chinese delegation to visit the Soviet Union and delivered remarks on nuclear war at the Communist Party and Workers' Party Representative Conference in Moscow. Even if half of the 2.7 billion people in the world die, China would still have 300 million people. Zedong during the Cold War, and perhaps he never anticipated that it would still resonate today. In the 21st century, a massive underground military command center is quietly rising in the southwest of Beijing. This Beijing Military City will become China's last stronghold in response to the threat of an apocalyptic scenario. Its purpose is not merely to counter external threats. It is a practical response to Mao Zedong's words and a declaration of preparedness for future nuclear warfare. Stay tuned as we unveil the mysteries of the Beijing Military City and explore the harbinger of a future war. In this turbulent world, truth is concealed and justice is distorted. But history tells us that ideas are indestructible and resistance never fades. This is V for Vision, revealing reality through stories, illuminating the future with history. We deconstruct power, reshape the truth, and let the silenced voices be heard once more. Ideas are bulletproof. The Financial Times first revealed, on January 30th, 2025, the existence of a major construction project located approximately 30 kilometers southwest of Beijing, a vast and secretive underground military command center. This facility, known as Beijing Military City, spans approximately 6 square kilometers. Its enormous scale is said to rival the Pentagon 10 times over, sparking endless speculation about the fate hidden beneath layers of deep soil. Since construction began quietly in mid-2024, cranes have worked tirelessly like a flock of colossal iron birds, spreading their steel wings to lay the foundation of this underground fortress. Satellite imagery reveals faint outlines of deep excavated tunnels, sketching a mysterious and tightly controlled subterranean network. Experts speculate that these entrances are designed to build highly fortified bunkers, serving as a wartime command center, capable of withstanding the looming threat of nuclear war. The true purpose of this facility remains shrouded in speculation. U.S. intelligence agencies believe this massive underground stronghold will serve as the Chinese military's wartime command center, primarily intended to protect the country's military leadership and enhance cross-service operational coordination. Former U.S. National Geospatial Intelligence Agency imagery analyst Rainey Barbier suggests that multiple interconnected underground facilities may be under construction, indicating a major shift in military strategy. China has long invested in the construction of underground military facilities, which play a critical role in national security and nuclear threat response. Since the Cold War, Underground command centers have functioned as hidden fortresses, safeguarding the political and military heart of the nation. One of the most famous of these facilities is the 816 underground nuclear project in Fueling, Chongqing. Construction began in 1966 and was largely completed by 1984. Designed as a nuclear-resistant structure, the facility is a massive engineering feat buried under thick rock layers. Though never put into full operation, it remains a testament to China's strategic foresight and nuclear deterrence. Further north, Beijing's underground city was built in 1969. This extensive tunnel system spans 85 kilometers and was designed to shelter up to 300,000 people, complete with medical facilities, schools, and essential infrastructure. It was envisioned as a nuclear refuge for Beijing civilians, government officials, and military personnel. However, its more intriguing role lies in its function as a high-level military command facility. Another significant installation is the Western Hills Command Center, a highly fortified wartime refuge for China's top leadership. This facility, rumored to be nearly impervious to nuclear strikes, stands as a symbol of China's determination to withstand external threats. Then there is the Great Underground Wall of North China, a sprawling underground nuclear storage facility, housing nuclear warheads and intercontinental ballistic missiles, ICBMs. Like a subterranean Great Wall, it secures China's nuclear arsenal, reinforcing the country's second strike capability and keeping the world guessing about the true extent of its nuclear force. However, these underground facilities are not relics of the past. With evolving technology and shifting strategic priorities, the latest Beijing Military City appears to be the pinnacle of China's subterranean military engineering, further strengthening its survivability in a nuclear war. Analysts suggest that the scale and technological sophistication of this facility could surpass all existing underground bases, making it one of the world's most advanced nuclear defense sites. From structural design and rock thickness to blast-resistant features, and EMP, electromagnetic pulse, protection, every aspect of these underground complexes reflects meticulous planning against nuclear explosions, shockwave, radiation, and cyber-electronic warfare. Each layer of defense is carefully engineered to ensure the continued operation of command functions and government institutions, even in the aftermath of a nuclear detonation. However, these facilities are not solely built for defensive purposes. They serve as a silent declaration of China's commitment to national security and its strategic resolve. When Beijing Military City is completed, this massive and highly efficient underground command center will allow China to maintain control and continuity of governance in any extreme scenario. Under Xi Jinping, China's military preparations resemble a quiet but profound symphony, culminating in a colossal shadow beneath the Earth's surface. These underground complexes are not merely reinforced bunkers. They embody deep strategic foresight and an intricate understanding of survival in existential conflicts. Every tunnel carved into the rock is an unspoken prophecy of a future war, not just a battle for territory, but a struggle for the fate of the regime itself. Xi's initiatives suggest he is constructing an underground kingdom, resilient enough to withstand the flames of war and the looming specter of nuclear devastation, ensuring that the ruling elite remains standing in the face of annihilation. This brings to mind Mao Zedong's chilling words during his 1957 visit to the Soviet Union. "I am not afraid of nuclear war. The world has 2.7 billion people. Even if some perish, it does not matter. China has 600 million people. Even if half of them die, there will still be 300 million left." This cold-blooded philosophy, calculating human life as mere numbers in a geopolitical equation, continues to echo within the Chinese Communist Party. The survival of the regime takes precedence over the lives of the people. Today, Xi Jinping extends this ruthless logic to new heights. Not only does he accelerate the construction of underground fortresses like Beijing Military City to safeguard the political and military elite in the event of war, but he also expands China's military reach, extending strategic influence across the globe. The Belt and Road Initiative is not merely an economic venture. It is a form of geopolitical infiltration, paving the way for future conflicts. These efforts suggest China is not merely preparing for war, but may even be laying the groundwork to initiate one. When we examine the global nuclear landscape, the situation becomes even more severe. Today, the countries that possess nuclear weapons include the United States, Russia, China, the United Kingdom, France, India, Pakistan, Israel, and North Korea. However, which country is most likely to initiate nuclear war first? The ongoing Russia-Ukraine war has heightened Russia's nuclear threat, while North Korea's unpredictability remains a constant concern. Yet, if we consider both the capability and motivation to start a war, China undoubtedly stands out as the most concerning player. China's expansionist ambitions are most evident in the Taiwan and South China Sea issues. The Taiwan Strait is one of the most critical shipping lanes in the world, with approximately 40% of global trade passing through it. Meanwhile, the South China Sea is one of the busiest maritime trade routes, where around 50,000 commercial vessels transit each year, accounting for 1/3 of global shipping volume. Its strategic value is unparalleled. For China, seizing Taiwan would not only be a geopolitical victory, but also a move to establish dominance over global trade and military influence. Additionally, expanding control over the South China Sea would help China secure critical shipping lanes and further solidify its dominance in the Asia-Pacific region. China's military base construction, artificial island fortification, and growing naval power all indicate its ambitions in the region. Taiwan's semiconductor industry plays a crucial role, making it a central battleground in technological competition. If Xi Jinping successfully annexes Taiwan, he would not only surpass Mao Zedong in Chinese history, but also achieve the pinnacle of his personal rule. In the South China Sea, if China strengthens its control, it could gain a strategic advantage in future regional conflicts, and even influence the global economic lifeline. However, the cost of such an endeavor would be enormous. The United States, Japan, and their allies have made it clear that they will not stand idly by if China resorts to force. Taiwan has also been actively enhancing its asymmetric warfare capabilities in recent years to prepare for a potential Chinese invasion. Meanwhile, surrounding nations in the South China Sea, such as the Philippines, Vietnam, and Malaysia, are bolstering their defenses and strengthening military cooperation with the U.S. to counter China's expansionist actions. The shadow of nuclear war looms if China faces setbacks in its military campaign. Would it escalate the conflict and even resort to nuclear weapons? This question makes the global security situation even more uncertain. The completion of the Beijing Military Fortress, a massive underground command center, symbolizes China's preparations for war and underscores Xi Jinping's determination for future conflicts. This is not just a bunker, it is a fortress of power, an underground kingdom designed to ensure the survival of China's leadership in extreme scenarios as the world moves toward deeper confrontation and uncertainty. We must ask, how will this looming nuclear shadow ultimately unfold?
Thank you for watching V for Vision Your Lens into Global Politics. If you found value in this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Join the conversation, stay informed, and keep questioning the world around you.